Go where the fear is. At the end of the day, what this world needs is people who are different. Anything is possible.
Tucked within the message of this old letter written in 1965, a short string of words, this little piece of advice casually offered within the surrounding statements. These few and powerful words that I think we need to hear today. It was American artist Sol LeWitt who wrote this letter to his good friend Eva Hesse, who was struggling with self-doubt. Within the letter, he was pushing her to just stop thinking, worrying, looking over your shoulder, wondering, doubting, fearing, hurting, hoping for some easy way out. He said, stop it and just do. Then he writes this little line I hope we can all hear the way we need to. If you fear, make it work for you. We need to hear it, don't we? How else do we overcome what Ralph Waldo Emerson said defeats more people than any other one thing in the world? Fear. Because it's real. And there's no getting around the fact that it will show up. It should show up. Sometimes we fear for good reason. And sometimes we fear for absolutely no good reason at all. So this is about using fear to open your life, not close it in.
Are we going to sit there and wait until somebody leaves one of these doors of opportunity for us to fly through? Or are we going to start knocking on these doors, even though we might be scared of what's on the other side? Do we go where the fear is?
We misunderstand this emotion, fear. There are easy statements: fear nothing, be fearless, rise above it. But sometimes there is no rising. In fact, that's not why fear exists, to just get over it. Instead, it gives you a single choice: move further away or move closer. We hear that voice in our head, the story in our head. You can't speak in front of all those people. They're all staring at you. You can't keep up with them. They're smarter than you. They're faster. They're stronger. You're not qualified enough to apply for that job. Someone else is going to get it anyways. You're not a leader. You never were.
Yes, we go where the fear is. And I'll tell you why. Because all of us have dreams. And those dreams are real and they can come true.
Fear is real. It's just that the story we're telling ourselves isn't. Our minds race. They fill in the blanks. We run from a made-up worst-case scenario that may not be that bad after all. So instead of all that, as the old letter says, stop it and just do. You see, if you fear, make it work for you.
We don't need the lie. We don't need the bravado or the charade. People have fear. And sometimes we accept it, and sometimes we move through it. Adele has a fear of large audiences. Richard Branson has a fear of public speaking. Jennifer Aniston has a fear of flying. It hasn't stopped them. Could you imagine if it had?
So what if this next chapter of your life, of your work, of your relationships was focused around these few words, written in 1965? If you fear, make it work for you. Because there's no getting around it. So feel it. Accept it. Question it. And then stop it. And just do.